Thanks. I was on double mute. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see
Okay.
the, can you see the,
Yeah, it's coming up now.
okay.
Yep.
I can make it bigger too. All right. So this draft release roadmap slide has all of the items that have been approved by the TSC for the August release in the left column. So we could go through these and verify them. And then on the right, there's a few other features that have been suggested.
Do we have separate pages for each one of the approved projects?
No, do we want some?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, I mean, we have.
Yes, please, because that will help with the readability of the wiki. What I want to be able to do is have a section on the first page that expands the children list, and it'll be called approved projects. And then we can have you know, proposed projects as well. So it's easier to just to kind of group them under separate pages so that they're completely independent of each other and can be easily moved.
Yeah,
But
and you
we
know what,
have.
Alex, I was thinking, I'm sorry, I was thinking you meant a separate PowerPoint slide. You're talking about a separate wiki
No,
page.
no. We
Yeah,
need
yeah, yeah.
PowerPoint slides are great, but you know, we need to make this a wiki content so people can
But-
go and look at it.
So what are you asking? Because we have the proposal page, and
The
in the
proposed
proposal
projects we have, and there we just need to reorganize things a little bit so that each project, each proposal has its own page, and I think that already exists.
It does on most proposals. It's not a project in many cases. It's just
Yes.
a big enough change so that PUC needs to look at it, right?
Right, and so yeah, so I'll be kind of moving some stuff around, but in the same thing for release management, it would be good to have process, release roadmap, and then you know, current release. That would be great if we can kind of just kind of get into that mode of doing things on the wiki.
Yeah. So we can certainly look at putting, when we put this up on the wiki, we can certainly look at linking the different items to the proposal, so that if it says Dell plugin and you click on it, you will end up on the Dell proposal, and that, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, and by the way, so under the governance section, I'll move all the processes that we have, or at least I'll link them there so that people can go to one place and look at all the governance related materials, whether it's, you know, a continuous integration or project review process or whatever. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And we will hit that bullet as well. But so just on the left side here, then what we're talking about, the Dell plugin has been approved. It's actually already in a separate feature branch. The BMC emulator has been approved. It's not in a separate feature branch, but it's something that I know Intel is working on. Composition service has not been approved, but it's under heavy discussion. So we would really like, and when I say we, I mean I feel HPE certainly, and hopefully the project would like to see that come out in the next release. We have a dependency obviously on DMTF there, and also how much work we can put in there, and AMI specifically. Cisco ACI plugin has also been approved. That is much looser though. I think it's somebody picking it up, or so that might be a thing we could move over to future releases, unless we. But the thing with the roadmap here then is that it's a living document, right? As we get closer to the release, we will see this firm up.
It's okay, as long as we can, you know, we can link to it, and it's contained in a separate document that we can version it easily as well. Right, that's what I'm kind of thinking. We need to, each page will represent versionable content. So the roadmap would have its own set of versions in terms of page versions, right? That's how we do source control, or, you know, page control.
Yeah, and then on the future plan things, we do want to see a telemetry service. I think.
Yes.
I mean, if you need to raise your hand and let us know if there's something you don't feel we should have there. But shared storage support is obviously something we need as well. Redfish, latest Redfish spec, I think it's a continuous effort. We don't need to upgrade that 4 times a year, but in every release, I think we should have reviewed and perhaps go a step up and incorporate the changes that affects our APIs. If there are any new APIs, we should probably have a look and see if we can implement them. IPv6 support is just something that everybody's asking for about from everything, and nobody's really doing anything about, is my feeling in the industry, unless you're in a place where IPv6 is. So that's something we stuck on there as well. There could be other things that we can add, and once we put this into a wiki, we can obviously add it at any point in time. I mean, anybody can edit it that has editing power, but I think it's a good document to have and show up front so people know what's going on in the project. And I really like the idea with having links to the ongoing proposals as well.
That's kind of what I'm trying to do.
So any feedback here with regards to the items on there, as well as with regards to the plans of creating a wiki page for this?
Jonas, I have one simple update in the ODIM proposal page. Under the composition service list, the comment section is still showing old. Need to be a new proposal need to be done. Actually, we have done the new proposal. Maybe that comments need to be changed.
Yeah, can you? If you did,
I don't know whether I can update it or not. I just wanted to let you guys.
You can,
know.
yeah.
Okay, then I'll update.
I think you should. I mean, if you updated a proposal, change it. That's perfect.
For the record, everyone should be able to go in and.
Yeah.
I updated the
changes. If you cannot make changes, we have a problem.
I'm able to change it. I changed the the description and all, but the TSC comments I wanted to get your guys input to remove that, or you can remove it, something like that. It's a comment section, so I don't want to directly update it.
Yeah, you can put it. You can update. Just put proposal updated under review or something, and let us know so we can go in and look at it.
Sure, I'll do it right away.
You did let us know now, so good.
I just have on the slide here, which is really good. Everybody okay with putting a target date for the? I mean, I know that 21.08 implies August. Putting the target date for that release and also potential future releases.
Yeah, I mean, we should do that just to make it more.
Yeah, because we're going to get that question.
As long as you put a disclaimer that says, subject to change, right?
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Yeah, because that'll be the first question is going to be when, right? There you go.
So I'm assuming we're going to go for the last 3 days of September, the last day of August.
Is that 31st January?
Okay.
I don't even know if we have to get that granular. But anyway, that's fine.
Oh, just state August. I see what you're getting.
Yeah,
at.
August 2021.
So people who don't know what 2108 means get a
So
date.
Yes.
That's actually a good point. We need code names that people.
I think we need cool names. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean 2108, great, wonderful. That's for us. But look at all the other projects. We need cool names. So we need to pick a theme and just kind of run with it.
Yeah, I agree. So let's how do we go about that? Should we create a wiki and people stick stuff in there, or?
Well, I think we can do it over email or something. I don't know if we need to pollute the wiki with that.
Yeah, you're in the cleanup business now. You don't want to have any further pollution.
Dude, yeah, exactly. Don't you dare touch this.
Yeah. No, that's fair. So we can start.
Since we have a bunch of.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jonas. Apologies.
No, we start an email thread on it, and people can post there.
Yes. I
Please.
think it'll be fine.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, John, one thing we need to do is update the upcoming events page. So I just built 2 new pages. One says recent events, and I put the OCP Tech Week and the LFN Developer and Testing Forum there. If there are other events that need to go in there, just make a link, and if there are additional presentations or something we did, we should link them in. But on the upcoming events, we need to figure out what we're doing next.
Yep. Did you ask John? Is John, are you there?
Which John?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm thinking you. But
John from HP.
Yeah, you're a marketeer, right?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think we need to understand what are the opportunities, what are the events that are coming up we might be able to participate in.
Yeah.
Well, so as tied around the LFN demo that we've been kicking around a bit, that's tied to ONES in October. So we probably want to get that there, especially if we plan on having our platform on that demo and to be showcased. So that would be one. I think I have the actual dates somewhere. I have to pull them out.
And can we share recordings and stuff here? At least link to them from past events.
Yes,
also
we can.
Absolutely.
We can add them in on the recent events or whatever. It should be pretty easy to do. Louis, if you have ideas or if you think some of the stuff doesn't work well in ONAP, because that's what I'm using for inspiration, please let me know.
I think we're into, I just want to state, I think we left the roadmap discussion and we're actually, so you can stop sharing this if you want. And then we are right now doing the talk around the wiki cleanup.
Sorry, I apologize.
No, that's fine. I think that's perfect. Good. So I took a note that we need to update the events page with the onus. Do you say onus or ones? I mean, open networking.
I think it's ONES is the preferred nomenclature. Yeah, ONES, I guess is what I'm hearing.
Okay, and that's that demo is in October, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the exact dates, but what I am doing is putting the community events page. I'm going to drop it on the. I'm going to drop it in the chat. It has all of the previous events, at least from 2020, which ODIM was in, and we can link to any of those that we want to. Let me drop it in the chat. Yeah, so there's the LFN wiki page. I think we're at the June and the October. Let's double check.
Mm-hmm. While you do that, anything else on the wiki cleanup thing there? I guess it's ongoing, so it's hard to come with too many viewpoints right now. But Alex, perhaps you have some questions or thoughts or something.
No, I think it's just a matter of reorganizing things a little bit. That's all. It's, one thing I did do is I managed to finally download the PDF into a wiki page for the technical charter. So we can use that as set of working documents. Then we can archive it and just publish the final version in PDF.
Somebody
John
give out
Meckling.
a-
John Meckling here. Quick
Somebody-
question. Your LFN community events page shows all the ones that have already occurred. Is there a page that shows upcoming ones that we could take a look at?
I created a
Yeah.
brand new page for that right just now, and that's what we need to populate. Some of the events we have on the community outreach section, that's they're not really, they were just sort of socialization sessions and more about it's kind of like formation, I guess. That's I would not classify them as public events. But the other stuff there is public events, and we just need to consolidate everything into the right place. That's all.
I was looking for a list of events that we could target going forward. for
Yep,
future-
I actually just dropped in the chat, John, the 2021 events, but the only thing that we have up there right now is the, let me just go back there.
Yeah, the ones that have already happened.
Is the one that just happened. I know that, well, I guess ONES has not made the page yet, and it looks like anyway. And then I know that there's one that we're looking at in the spring, but there's no information on that yet. So I know that it's just not available. So, but that's the page that you'd see it under the 2021 events. And it's under the community, LFN community events hierarchy of pages, but right now that's what we have. It's not there yet.
Okay. I'm just trying to find a source from things we can start to pick our targets going forward.
Agreed. That is the source. We just don't have it filled out here yet, because I think there's still some discussion about the upcoming events. Certainly, like I said, ONES is one that we will be at. Just hasn't hit the page yet.
Okay, so the wiki page cleanup will continue, and there might be viewpoints and there might be changes, and I think we will bring that up in future meetings then. As far as the governance page go, I saw you had created that as well. So the page is created, and did you say, Luis, that you already started doing some changes to it, or?
All I did was just update some of the titles. That's really. I didn't really change any of the content. I didn't want to mess up what Alex was doing.
Yeah, I think at one point we need to look at it and see if it's good enough, right? That's what we were talking about a little bit, and see what are the deltas, and if we need to add some stuff there, we probably like to have a discussion about it in TSC prior, so we can all be behind it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we sort of have. Let me just pull up this induction. So yeah, we sort of have to have this page completed by the 20, and I put in the LFN induction page that's under the TSC, the 24th, because we have to get it in front of the tax so they can start reviewing it ahead of March 10. So yeah, we probably need to dedicate some time just to clean up those pages, get them finalized and agreed upon.
Yeah. So how do we know if there is some stuff missing? Can you tell us that, Luis, or is it something we need to go and compare, or how do we?
So Alex, that page there is a straight up copy of the technical charter, correct?
Not quite. I've already removed stuff because we're not as complicated as ONEP. So, but what I tried to do is kind of, the architecture, the use cases, which we need to fill in, proposed projects, approved projects, that's all on the left, right? That's kind of, and then the events. And then on the right side is more like information for developers or whatnot. I might move the content around a little bit, but for now, that's kind of how it's staying. And then what I'll try to do is rearrange the stuff below this so that we kind of have what we need there.
Do we have anything on the project technical leads in here? That I'm not seeing.
Well, we still need to make changes. So I created a placeholder for the technical operating procedures, and
But we don't have project technical leads. We have
we
one
don't.
project.
That's my point. We can put whatever we have into that operating procedures document and clean up the charter to just point to the other document. That's all.
Well, I mean, you know, in all fairness, PTLs came out of OpenStack, right? The concept, and humongous project with many sub-projects. ODIM is one project. So do we need that role right now, or is it something we can think about once we...
Well, you want to have one point of contact to go and talk to if you have questions about the project, right? Ultimately, we probably want to have somebody who kind of understands a particular area really well and can be the subject matter, sort of the ultimate source of information, right? For now, I don't think we need to get too crazy. You know, let's see how we do, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and I would just propose that we just mention it and just say, you know, we'll address it, you know, as the need arises, and, you know, this is a rough framework type of thing, of, you know, how it would evolve or how it would come about, and just a couple of lines. I don't think we have to get too crazy. I think we just may want to account for it. I know that it came up on the last time I've done this, so I just want to make sure that we at least address it so that we don't come out of it with an action item.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we can say we have a plan for it and we address it that way. But if we are forced to create a role for something that is not needed, then yeah, at least I will have a viewpoint about it.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't think we have to go that far. I think we just have to just let it be known that we thought about it. We're not quite there yet, and you know, that just a couple of words around that.
Yeah. Just take some notes here.
It looks like there's two.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, you go.
There are also some different areas in ODIM, of course, like, you know, you have the aggregation service, you have the event service, and you have a different type of plugins. So there are different areas where different people might have more knowledge, deeper knowledge, and we could list those guys as well. Even if they're not run as separate projects, it's good to have that point of contact then, I guess.
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay. I think the architecture section kind of needs to be beefed up, right? So we don't currently have a link called architecture, but we should. And we should post the recordings from the, you know, from the presentation that was made by HPE there. And, you know, GitHub information or whatever else we need to, but, you know, this is where we discuss, we should have a separate space for the architectural issues.
Yeah, that's a good point, Alex. I think, so we have that recording somewhere, do we?
I don't know. We have to go find it if we do.
Yeah, hopefully it's on the bridge. I might be able to find it. Do we know about when that happened? I can't recall.
Not off the bat, but we can probably find it out. I think Bharat was probably part of it. The other thing, if we find that recording, we can link that. The other thing is obviously that in GitHub, there is a ton of information around the architecture. So we should be able to extract some nice pictures and even content from that.
Oh, just point to it, you know, for that.
Or point to it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Architecture. Okay, that's actually back on the wiki stuff.
Sorry if I missed this piece of the conversation earlier, but I'm seeing 2 pages around the technical steering committee. One is ODIM technical steering committee, and one is technical steering committee.
This is my bad. We will we will delete one and keep the other. So.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I'll have to remove it. I just accidentally did something really early in the morning that
Before the
didn't
coffee.
exactly.
So what I'm worried about then, back to the governance there, Luis, is that time just goes and then all of a sudden it's the 24th and we're running out of time. So how do we? So Alex, when do you think we can review the governance then, or somebody can review it and decide if there's?
Well, yeah. So probably next week we can do that on Tuesday. That's my hope.
You see, that's the Tuesday's on the 23rd next week, right?
Yeah, you want to set something up maybe later this week to just specifically
when is the inception review or whatever it's.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
I got it up on the wiki here.
By the way, I moved the induction. I moved the induction section under governance. It should be there.
I'm good with that. As a matter, that's where I am, in fact. So I'm looking at the LFN induction under governance.
Great.
So yep. So TAC review March 10, board review March 24, and then so we need to have our induction proposal. Basically, this document, induction proposal document, which is a link to Google Doc. We need to have it done by the 24th. So we're definitely on the clock. Because the TAC likes to see it 2 weeks before, so that puts us about the 24th. So we definitely have some work to do on this proposal doc, which includes the governance piece of it.
So yeah, there are two things there. So Alex is moving things around, and then we need to check on gaps. So can we get all that done this week and allow for us to have a few days as buffer if we need to change something or discuss something?
Yeah, let me just kind of play with this today, tomorrow. Yeah. We should be. This is not very complicated. It's just a matter of moving things to the right place. That's all.
While we're talking about it, I just pulled up the induction document. Did it come up on the screen?
Yep.
Okay. Just to refresh people. We talked about it, I guess, last time. So yeah, this is it. We probably need to assign some people here, but yeah, we need a little bit of the background and functionalities on this slide here. High-level architecture. We just need the latest diagram, and then someone to speak to that. Project Vitals is mine. I'll take care of that. I'll also use the latest roadmap that was shared.
Induction. Okay, go back to the architecture there.
Yeah.
So there's a high level, and we just need a slide or two there, and then somebody that talks about it with them.
Yep.
Yeah, we have a picture, and I think there are two things we need to put in here. There's the ODIM architecture itself, and then how it fits into the grand scheme of things, which I think we can use that CNTT slide for, or the Aniket slide for, that we used during the virtual conference. And that kind of, I think, kind of made it clear where we fit, what our scope is, and all that. I think if we can just use those two slides to position ourselves, everything else will go smoothly.
Is that a risk, though? The grander picture, does everybody agree about it?
Yeah, it's an FCSV diagram.
Okay.
I remember
it's a snapshot, right?
I remember some heated
snapshot in
discussions
time that
with
can change.
Others, right? I think we had discussions with Thomas was certainly there, and I forgot 2 L's.
We had discussions, and I took the page that we all finally agreed on, and it's okay. Again, you know, this is the wiki. You can always make changes, but
No, I'm saying we are going up against PAC, and we want to present this as the bigger view. That's what I'm nervous about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a snapshot in time. So you know, it certainly can be changed if the project deems it's necessary to adjust. So I think we're okay.
I'm not talking about the project architecture, because that is obviously something that would evolve, right? But how it fits in with other, well, it's almost like the Etsy model, the Etsy reference architecture. That's the type of picture you're looking for there, right, Alex?
Yeah, the one I did in the intro slides for LFN meeting.
Mm-hmm.
We already presented it. Nobody had any heartburn over it.
Okay, good. Yeah, perfect. So then we need those two, and then I don't know who we need to talk to it, but I think the most important thing is likely the ODIM architecture for them too, because they probably know the other one.
Well, I think yeah.
Good. So we'll get that added. Okay. But then as far as the governance goes, do we want to reserve some time on Friday then? You, me, and Alex, or?
Yeah, we should do that. Friday would be good, and we can try to knock something out.
Yeah. What the heck? Friday? Why is Friday something? Anything after 11 Mountain, so 10. Luis, are you available on Friday at all? Or?
Absolutely. So I think I heard after 11 Mountain.
Yeah. Alex?
Okay, very good.
Good.
I can do something starting from 9:30. Let's see. 9:15 until 10. That's what I can do. That's Pacific. I cannot. Okay. So far, there's a placeholder right now for the 10 to 11 Pacific slot.
What about later? I mean, 12 then.
After lunch, that would be it. Like I can do something at 1 p.m. Pacific. That would be 2 p.m. Mountain.
Let's do that.
I have a conflict. Let me just see. Yeah. Shoot. Let me just double check. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can get out of this one either. Let me just check really quick. 4 o'clock is 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock Pacific, I have a hard conflict. I can go after that though, because I could be on a call at 6 o'clock Eastern as well. So I have an hour. How about 2 p.m. Pacific? Does that work for anybody?
Yeah, that'll work.
Yep, it works.
2 p.m. it is. 2 p.m. PT. Look for that on the calendar when we're done here.
Send it on TSC if anybody else wants to join. Is that good?
Yes, I will. Yeah. I'll send it to the TSC mailing group. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
If you guys don't mind, you want to just finish up this slide deck, because this is like the key piece of the presentation. In addition to the governance, you know, this is where we put the goods, right? So project vitals, again, I'll take care of this one. Susan, can you send me over a copy of that slide that you showed us? We'll put it on the wiki.
Sure. Louis, you know, we have all these slides.
Is that one?
So
yeah, where is that one?
The introduction that I did for LFN had the project vitals, or what I called ODIM at a glance. Scope was there. We have a lot of the materials. We just need to change the titles and the templates.
Okay, no, I think okay, let me dig through some of that stuff and just to make sure. I certainly don't want to reinvent anything.
You want Susan's slides still, right? So that
let me send. What I'll do is I don't think I ever published that presentation, and we should publish them. So let me do that. let me publish that under the past meetings page. I'll just link it under the LFN virtual meeting.
But is that from the LFN event you're talking about, Alex?
Yeah, but the content is the same. I mean, the content doesn't have to change from one presentation to the next. We can keep it the same.
So we have Joe's doing something there as well. Me and Susan, we did a release.
Yeah, we should put all 4 presentations. We should link, put those documents there. Not links, but just add the documents to the page.
And the demo we could put recording link. Yeah.
And the recording as well, if we have it.
Yeah, so that should be there. Let me just double check, because if not, my bad, but that should be there. I think they're all accounted for. So I could reuse a lot of that stuff. Good point. Let me just double check.
Yeah, I did a. What the hell is it? Oh, I know where it is. So let me go back there.
Yeah, so we have ODIM introduction. We've got their slides and the recording, so that one's there. Build and run, we've got slides and recording. Release 1. Okay, so yeah, so that I'll just use that one. So is that updated? Because we have slides and recording for that one as well. Okay, cool. So I think I have what I need there. I think we're good, guys. And then the use case for ONAP, we've got slides and recording. So nothing for you to do, Alex. It's all there.
Okay, good.
Very cool.
Yeah, very good. So let me take that. And we certainly don't want to reinvent anything.
Good deal. What else?
I guess well, one of them that we had talked about was the cross-community interaction. Who was going to take this one? Because that I don't think we have, unless I missed it.
I don't think we had a lot of people talking about it, like Alex and I think myself, but I don't think we agreed on who's going to update it. This is we can basically. Do you have this in PPT format or?
Yeah, if you go into the Google slide, go into the link here. I'll drop that as well. But
yeah, we have
it's on the page. Yeah. And you can.
So this one we could just replace with ODIM in the middle and remove whatever we are not talking to, and then update it. Right.
Exactly. Yeah. And then just make a nice table, which is an offshoot of this diagram.
Alex, I hate to ask you because you are doing a lot of stuff here, but you probably have some viewpoints here with regards to, but I mean, I don't know if you have time to look at this. This is something this could probably spill into early next week, I'm thinking. We need to have this ready by Wednesday, you said, right? You said, actually.
The 24th, if we can.
We can go through this okay, so we have a slide that kind of says, here's how we relate to other projects, or we can build one. So that's a great slide. And then for the community liaisons, we just need to, modify the list to actually reflect reality. And at this point, we don't have a formal person, a single point of contact that talks to the community. We did that in ONAP because things got to, it was a political thing. I mean, let's be very clear. There was no reason to have community liaisons other than some companies wanted to control the conversations.
Interesting.
I wouldn't even say in some cases companies, but individuals.
Yeah. Well, so far we didn't have that issue. So that's good.
No, we don't. And let's not even let's not create that issue, because then we're going to be tearing our hair out.
Yeah. So we'll take a look at that slide. I guess Alex and I can take a stab at it. What else, Luis?
I think that's it. If we get the governance worked out and we update this slide, I think we're in good shape. What I'm going to try to do is get this updated as much as I can with the information I have prior to Friday, so that we just have to plug and play whatever's missing as best we can.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Let me stop sharing, and I think we're.
Yeah, we need to get to the
good
compensation
there.
service. That's why I'm kind of pushing a little bit here.
Yep. Absolutely.
Muthu, did you want to?
Yeah. Yesterday we made like some discussions on the proposal, on the new proposal. We made some like decisions like we are going to add a post call on the node like resource blocks creation. That is one thing. Other thing is like the underlying composition service will have a event service, and to when there is a new resource added. These two things I think it is confirmed. And
On that front, could we have John Leong look at, what we were talking about yesterday? Because I don't think he was in the meeting. And
No, I wasn't.
he's our sort of SME for the redfish stuff.
redfish, yeah.
So it would be good, John, if you could take a gander at the discussion from yesterday and what we've been talking about.
So I can post the proposal in the meeting chat here. That way we know exactly what it is. Composition service proposal. Boom. Is everything in there then, Muthu? I see you've updated yesterday.
Yeah, a little bit based on our discussions.
Yeah. I guess there were a couple of things, and we don't have time for a lengthy discussion here now, unfortunately. But I think we had some discussions around how to create new resource blocks. There is there might not be a need for that. I mean, there might be some use cases that call for that.
Well, I think it would be good to do a
So
quick
this,
recap.
John,
Would be good to
Yeah,
do a quick
probably.
recap for John.
Yeah, yeah.
there's something
can
that's
have-
supposed to appear in chat, guys.
If needed, I can share my screen and.
Yeah, just keep in mind that you have 8 minutes, and I have a hard stop, but we can certainly set up a special meeting for this where John has availability, because I think, John, you expressed earlier that Tuesday mornings were not ideal for you.
Yeah, this is what is our proposal. Am I sharing my screen?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
So these are all the APIs and these are all the dependent APIs. I'll just go quickly. The underlying service to add the resource blocks, we were discussing about 3 different use cases. One is like the first use case is just provide an API to build the resource block. Is kind of that is needed at this moment in the kind of ODM kind of heterogeneous environment. And second option use case is like build composition resources automatically. In the underlying service is listening on an event in the ODIM when there is a new server added, and it will like collect the resource information and build the resource blocks and expose it to the like in the northbound. That is the second option we discussed. And the third option is like if the underlying service, if the server added has its own like redfish implementation and that exposes the composition service resources, then we can consume that one. This requires some additional like checkings and experiments with from our side as part of our implementation, whether how composition service is accessible to the underlying services. Normally it's a kind of abstracted layer. So these are all the 3 use cases involved in building the composition service resources. And yesterday discussions, we kind of agreed with use case 1, we can add a API, post API to allow the administrators to add the resource blocks as and when needed. And we are also like proposing as a feature enhancement to the DMTF group. That is what we had a discussion yesterday. And the second use case, we made some progress, like in the intelligence, how to add that intelligence, what are the limitations, those things. This is the overview of the studies discussion. We can move forward from here.
Yep.
From AMI side, we are about to start the implementation. Still, we are in the design stage based on this proposal. Since proposing the enhancement to the DMTF may have its own process and procedures, right? So I think we can proceed if the technical steering committees approve the proposal, and we can start our groundwork and start adding the implement
Can we review that
resources.
proposal as a community here first, agree, get consensus, and then one company can take it with support from other companies to DMTF?
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be,
So how do we? I mean, we have the Tuesdays then where we do the proposal meeting, so we can certainly review it then. But did you have something else in mind, Alex?
well, so I kind of want to make sure that the final proposal or slides or whatever it is that we're going to put in front of the Redfish Forum is agreed upon by the members of this community first. And if we need to make any adjustments, we can do so. And then somebody presents the view of the world.
Yeah. So we'll look at this and we agree about it, and then we take it to DMTF, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. So the next step, can we then on Tuesday look at this and feel that we agree about it, and then we move forward? I have actually sent this to Jeff Hilland already, but I didn't get a reaction yet, but that was yesterday, so.
Yeah, I think we need to kind of, I mean, John and I haven't had a chance to talk about it. We kind of need to discuss things on the Intel side as well a little bit.
Okay, so on Tuesday, I think we won't vote for the proposal immediately, but we will at least align, and then we will take it to DMTF. Is that a good plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, how do we do that? Do we? Yeah. Then I guess we log. We use their ticketing system and put it in there, right? We can point to this web page and we can call out what we feel are the gaps. I don't know if did you log the gaps here? What's that?
No, I just added this post action on the resource block is a feature enhancement to DMTF, something like that. So not like
I thought
I'm
there
not
was
sure
another
what
one
else I can add it. Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. We're out of time, guys.
Okay.
I'm stopping the share.
Yeah.
So next Tuesday we are discussing further on this and
Yes.
decide and agree on the proposal. Then we'll take it to the DMTF for the changes.
Yes, I think that's a good.
Yeah, but if it is approved in the ODIM group, we can start the development activities.
I don't think we will have any formal approval until DMTF had a chance to have some input.
Okay.
Because we don't want to start doing something and then DMTF goes in a different direction.
Yes.
Makes me a little concerned, but so let's do it that way.
Yeah, we understand that.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.
See you next
All
week.
right.
Thank you.
The meeting for Friday should be in your inbox by now.
Okay.
See you guys.
Thanks, Luis.
Yep.
All
Bye.
right.
Bye, everybody.